Hi, welcome to Tabletops and Bottoms, the podcast where we talk about all things TTRPG, nerdy and or gay. And today we're talking about our top games in 2024 and what we're looking forward to in 2025.
Yes. We should also mention that the games that are on our list aren't necessarily games that came out in 2024. They are just games that we've played in 2024. And our list for 2025 are not necessarily games that are coming out in 2025, but also games that we would like to play this upcoming year.
Yeah.
For those who know me, it won't be a surprise to say my top game that I played in 2024 was the MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV. It's my second job. It's super fun. It's an MMO with a really good story, RPG elements, 20 different battle classes, a handful of crafting and gathering classes. I don't play those, so I don't know the exact amount. I just like to go in there and fight and do the story and hang out with friends because of the MMO aspect.
I should go back.
You should come back. It's so fun.
I can't say I've ever played it, so I wouldn't know. I just know people who've played it, but I never have.
The last one in 2024 is going to be my number one game.
Okay.
Before the honorable mention. But this one is one that I played in 2024 and I liked a lot and I played a lot. House Flipper.
All right. I'm not going to lie. I thought you were going to say Power Wash Simulator.
That's next.
Oh, wow.
Spoilers.
Okay, please explain to our viewers and also to me, what is House
Also
Flipper?
to me.
You don't know House Flipper?
No. I can guess, I feel like, based on the title.
It's kind of like another simulator game where it's first person and you... Oh! She made a little noise.
She did.
You go in, you start with very basic abilities at first. Like, at first you can only, buy furniture and sell furniture. And then you gain the ability to, tile, wallpaper... all of this stuff, and then there's DLCs, so there's a pets DLC.
Oh, wow.
So you can add furniture to the house and stuff, but you're buying houses, fixing them up, and then selling houses. But there's also little quests where you get hired as a handyman or whatever. And I really like the landscape DLC. I don't know if that's the exact name of it, but you can do the gardens and crap in the backyard. And I like mowing.
You know what? I love that for you.
Do you watch the reality shows of House Flippers?
I used to. But yes, I know them. Property Brothers. The other one that I forgot the name, but it's Joanna and whatever. The girl and the guy, the husband and wife team or whatever. I know them. Yes.
I love how that sounded like we're friends.
Love them.
It's a good game. House Flipper 2 is also out, but I don't have that one yet. I've just been playing basic House Flipper. You'll get requests, and they're like, please, this bedroom needs to be cleaned up and turned into something else. I need this to be turned into a nursery, or I need this to be turned into a man cave. Random stuff like that. But then you can also, buy the houses once you save up enough money, and then you can do whatever you want to it, and then you flip it.
Oh, wow.
But there's also potential buyers. It's very, very complicated, because when you're fixing up the house, there'll be potential buyers, and they'll tell you, this is what I want, and you could play to what they want, and they'll potentially pay more money, or you can just do whatever you want and then sell it for less money. Yeah.
So mine are in no particular order, so I did not rank these the way that you did. I could rank them though. That'd be hard. So I'm just gonna go with my number one spot. Actually, no, that's not true. I did actually rank them technically. So my number 5 slot is a game called Nobody Wants to Die. It is a sort of cyberpunky, like 1920s aesthetic, like detective noir game. And you basically play as PI who's trying to like solve a murder. And it's super cute because super cute. That's the wrong way to like describe that. It's a super fun game because like it does give off that like film noir vibes where you're playing as this private eye, and they add this element where you essentially can like see through other people's memories. And it's literally a world where people have capitalized on death, basically. And you can buy other people's bodies, transfer your consciousness into them so you can keep on living. It's a really interesting concept.
Like Avatar.
Yes, actually, yes, like Avatar.
Not the last Airbender.
I
Not the
know.
last. I know, it took me a minute. I was like, what part of Last Airbender has that? Yeah, it is very much like Avatar in that sense, where like you can, I mean, in the game it's not actually a mechanic that you can personally use, it's just part of the world itself.
Oh, that's a little disappointing.
I know. It is a really good game though. If you like detective games, I recommend it.
To all my Avatar heads out there, Sivako.
I love it.
Okay.
Oh, Michael, your next game?
So everyone knows this game because it got Game of the Year. Not last year, but the year before. But because I got the physical edition, it didn't arrive to my doorstep until
I know what
July.
I know what this is.
Baldur's Gate. Woo! I never had Baldur's Gate 3.
I don't know why I'm clapping.
Because you should. It's just that
You
game is
should
so
play
good.
it.
Like you
It's
should
very
play
good.
it.
They're adding 12 new subclasses.
I'm gonna wait for that to come out because there is one that I do want to play that's on the list. So I'll get it when it comes out.
Or you could just get it now.
I could. I don't want to spend that time building a character when the one that I really want to play is coming out.
You can change your subclass though.
Yeah,
While
you
you're
can
playing.
change.
I'll think about it.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah. I feel like every time I like log into my Steam or like I'm on my Steam Deck to like play another game that's actually on my list as well, I always see like Marisa come up playing Power Wash Simulator.
I like it because I have ADHD and I like doing two things at once. So I could watch a show while I also power wash. It's very relaxing.
I do that too, actually. I like doing that with K-dramas. I'll put on a K-drama and then I'll play like Dave the Diver.
I feel
Or,
like that's
like-
way harder because you have to read the subtitles.
Not necessarily.
So you just don't know what's happening.
There's context clues.
It depends.
Is there?
This is also how I like binge watched like it was season 5 and season 6 of Stargate. Because I had Stargate on the TV and I was playing the Dave the Diver while I was watching Stargate.
Yeah.
I will say it is harder with K-dramas.
People joke,
Yeah,
I do
because you
end up, like, having
have
to
to
pay
watch the
attention more.
subtitles.
Yeah.
people joke about it, but 3 screens. TV with nothing on or
Yeah.
something on, your video game,
Mhm.
half paying attention to, and then your phone on social
Wait.
media.
I'm adding a couple honorable mentions. I
I'm
just
gonna
thought of something
I
else.
just thought of one too.
Okay. Power washing
Hold on,
is
hold
so fun. Have you played it?
The only simulator game I've played is Job Simulator on the Oculus.
That
I'm
sounds
sorry,
fun.
what?
Job Simulator? And it's
the
like, why
one
would you want to
explain?
simulate a job?
It's the
no-
one with the little computer head, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
and he's like
looks so
telling you what to do,
cute.
and you're at your desk, like I'm knocking everything off my desk instead of doing my job.
It looks really cute.
Okay.
But it's very fun. There are multiple DLCs. Some are paid, some are free. So they have, for the paid, Shrek came out last year. So you can
Oh,
wash.
Power Wash the Swamp.
Yes, you power wash the swamp. You power wash And Shrek 2, the Fairy Godmother's Factory, you
Oh,
power wash
wow.
that. That one took me a while. You power wash where their honeymoon was,
Oh.
their little cabin. It's very cute. And then they also had the SpongeBob one. I'm working through that one right now. I know it's underwater, but
I mean, underwater gets dirty. Like, you've seen fish tanks; they get like algae and stuff.
yeah, it's fun. I'm currently on the Krusty Krab level, and I have to, and then I also have to do the chum bucket. I have to do both of them. And then there's also like a Back to the Future DLC. There's a Alice in Wonderland one, which I do want to get. And then for the free ones, they had like a DLC for Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And then there's like a Warhammer 40K. I think that one's paid though. Yeah, you power wash the machines.
Okay,
but
interesting.
Also, if you just play the base game, it's very fun because as there is a story as you're power washing. Yeah. So I'm assuming that the developers are English because it seems very English. It's like a little English town, and there's like different things you'll like. First you're power washing like your neighbor's house, and then they'll word of mouth. They'll be like, "I recommended you to someone else." So then you go and do someone else's car, and then it's just you start meeting. You don't meet them IRL in the game. There's like little text messages that pop up of like people talking to you, and you'll learn that the mayor's a piece of shit. And there's also like there's like some supernatural stuff happening too. It's very fun. It's a very good game. I love Power Wash Simulator.
I do have Power Wash Simulator like on my wish list. Because it does seem interesting enough that I would... It also seems like one of those games that I would like to play while I'm doing something else.
Yeah, that's why I like it. But it's also like the story was a surprise. I liked it. It was very cute.
Next on my list is Oxenfree 2. I really loved the first game. The second one I'm going to say it is a direct sequel. With different characters. However, the originals do return for a cameo appearance. It is a really good game. It's basically like you play as this park ranger, and she's on this island, and you have to go around, find certain things, plant antennas and all that, and all the while like you're battling spooky ghosts. It's not really a battle, but like they're there kind of like f***ing up your day.
Is the gameplay the same as the first one?
It is, yeah.
Interesting.
It is super good. It's more advanced like than the first one. Like it's more refined, I should say, than the first game. The plot is fantastic. I also did 100% that game because
I heard people didn't really like it.
I loved it. I really, really did. I've played it multiple times already.
Because I played the first one. I got you to play the first one.
You did. You got me to play the first one. And then when I heard they were going to play they announced the second one, I like bought it immediately.
I didn't.
It's really good. It's really good.
Next on my list, another endless game that took up too much time, Splatoon 3.
I didn't know they made a third one. I didn't even know they made a second one.
Really?
Yeah, that was one of those. Not one of the launch titles on the Switch, Splatoon 2, but one of the games that came out towards the release of the Switch, I believe. Splatoon 3 is a lot of fun. Splatoon's a shooter game, but you're also a kid who's a squid, and so you shoot ink and it's turf wars. That's just the main battle. There's like tower control and other battle modes you can do that I'm not very good at because it's ranked with good people. So I just do turf war. I like the game because in shooting games I can't hit the side of a barn, but I can paint the ground. So super fun. Yeah, and there's different weapons. Like I play like a paint roller. That's my main weapon.
That's a good one.
Unfortunately, Nintendo only supports their games online capabilities really for 2 years. So Splatoon 3 had its grand festival this last year, but they're still doing little updates and Splatfests every few months, but they're repeating seasonal Splatfest.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it's still ongoing though, and still has a big player base. So, if I think it's probably you'll probably find it on sale now. But
I've been meaning to play it, but I just didn't buy it.
a fun game to pick up. You can also make rooms with friends and things like that.
Mhm.
But it's like to hop on and lose the kids after work. Also has a really good story mode that connects with the first two games.
Okay.
There's a lot of lore in Splatoon about the
There
history
is.
and propaganda and like war. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
It's
cute game.
post-apocalyptic.
Mhm.
It's what?
Post-apocalyptic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were humans and then now they're squids.
Okay.
Hmm.
This one did come out in 2024. Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Ooh.
Did you play it?
Is that the one that you were playing before with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I didn't finish it because we lost it for a little while, but it's been found, and I think I'm pretty close to the end. But it's very cute, and I like wandering and like finding secret areas. But you're like you play as Zelda, which I really like, and
That's cute.
I like her ability is really fun to like play with, because you can mess with anything. It's very fun.
So my next game will come at no surprise to you.
Oh.
God of War. The 2018 version and Ragnarok. Because I love him. Listen, I feel like once he goes through his entire character development, he'd be like a good house husband.
Okay.
I support you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, but if none of you are familiar, he's voiced by Teal'c. So there's that. Christopher Shaw, 10 out of 10, fantastic. But seriously though, God of War is actually a very good game. I very much recommend it.
So my next game, it's kind of like a combination because I don't finish games when they come out. I'd be playing it, I'm like, oh, this is a lot of fun, and then I go back to Final Fantasy 14. But I made it a point last year to actually clear out my Switch catalog, and I beat 3 Pokemon games. I beat Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and all of its DLC and completed the Pokédex.
Insane.
I beat. What did I just say? Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, because I had so much DLC. And then Shining Pearl. Pokemon Shining Pearl. A lot of people were put off by the art style, but I love Generation 4 so much that I don't know, I cry every 5 minutes playing it. As much as I wish they remade Platinum instead of base Diamond and Pearl, I am just so happy to have my Infernape by my side. So I beat that, completed the Pokédex. Almost didn't beat the game because Elite Four was so hard for no reason. And then Pokemon Legends Arceus. I had to complete that game and the Pokédex so I could then catch Arceus to transfer over to Scarlet and Violet to create the biblically accurate Arceus with the new type, the new Terra type that came out in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, yeah.
Which is all the types in one. So I feel like the god of Pokemon should have all the types.
Oh, fair.
I did it, yeah. So I sacrificed
That's a lot
like
of commitment.
a month or two crying over these Pokédexes.
That's a lot of commitment.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Good job.
And so I still play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet every now and then because Nintendo puts out these raids. And I'm like, Arceus, please make yourself useful. I put in so many hours to get you. I feel like I don't have to explain the Pokemon turn-based game. Very fun. But I do recommend Legends Arceus because
I love Arceus.
a little bit more
Haven't
open
finished it
world.
yet.
A little bit more open. The ending is crazy. It was actually great. I was like,
It's
so good.
Yeah.
The music is so good.
It's so good. It's so fun.
Mhm.
I love crawling and then
And like I said, I love
It's so
Generation
fun.
4. Legends Arceus is like Sinnoh in the past. So I was like, lore. People be like, Pokemon doesn't have story, but it does have lore.
it really does.
Like,
Insane
yeah.
lore too.
Mhm. So I recommend it.
My next one is Astrobot.
I will agree with this one.
I think he's so cute. And I just love me a good platformer, like 3D platformer. Specifically. It's so fun just to like me. And the music is so good, and I like finding all the secrets, and I like all the little bots and their little outfits. It's a very fun game.
I will agree with that one. I have not played it, but I've seen gameplay of it, and I really, really want to play it.
It's very good. Thoughts?
I don't want to get canceled. I don't want to get canceled. It was just my opinion. Like, I'm not gonna knock you. It could be one of your favorite games of last year. That's really fun. It's a cute game. It's polished. Looks great. Plays great. Graphics great. Music is great. Yes.
Yeah.
I just don't agree with game of the year. Like, I think that's a little. That's a jump. Like, it's like. And it's just like, it's as a Nintendo gamer, it just kind of feels like PlayStation finally got their Mario Galaxy. Like, we got that on the Wii. And
I didn't play it.
I hear the points you made, how it encompasses the controller.
Yeah, the controller. Yes. The DualSense controller.
What was the Wii? What was the Nintendo?
It's different.
It's not different.
It's different. It's different. The Wii, you go like this. You have the nunchuck.
Which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I
You
agree.
shake to
That's pretty
spin to
cool.
fight enemies.
Yeah. This one, the triggers.
The triggers have an extra.
They do. It feels like there's like a feeling
like
to
there's
it.
There's a feeling to this. I don't know. It just wasn't enough for me personally. Like,
I think you should play it.
I did play it. I didn't play like the game. I played the demo that came off the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Play it.
What? There's only so much more it's gonna give me.
It's so fun though.
And it's only like, I think it was only like 18 hours to complete everything, right? It's a short game.
Yeah, but
very
it's so
straightforward.
fun.
It's like you could go back and 100% it, right?
Yeah.
As you can with Mario games.
Yeah, but on PlayStation you actually get trophies.
I'm not a trophy hunter. I beat a game, I'm like, bye. It's like you collected 6 out of the 200 trophies.
I am low-key a trophy hunter.
I'm not.
I'm not either. I just think it's fun.
Except the only one I platinumed was like Detroit Become Human. Because we just wanted to get every bad ending. And we ended up platinuming because we were getting so many different endings. But like, but I like Astro Bot's a great game. I'll give it that. But it's just like, when it got Game of the Year, I was just like, and I became a hater. I was reborn. Like a phoenix, I rose like a hater.
Number 2 on my list, which should not come as a surprise to you either, is Dave the Diver. You got me on that after we did our Cozy Games episode. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. Got it. Super cute. Loved it. Spent like 100-something hours in there. Very fun. I did also, Dave the Diver was also one of those games that I played while I was like watching Stargate in the background. I really enjoyed that one. You just play as a little diver named Dave, and you go and you catch fish, and there's like a greater plot line that's fun. But they're coming out with a DLC 2020 this year, where it's like the jungle one. I'm excited for it. Yeah, fully recommend. I finally learned what cozy games are. Kind of.
There's a whole debate.
There's a whole debate,
I
yeah.
also hate the term cozy games.
I hate
Yeah.
the term cozy game.
It's bad.
Animal
It's
Crossing makes me
gross.
sweat. Are you kidding me?
Oh my
Everyone's like,
God,
that's the cozy game. I'm like, I stress in Animal Crossing.
I just hate how it's become a thing, like on social media. They're like, top top 5 cozy games, and I'm like, shut up.
Hot takes.
we already had a whole
We
episode
have a
about
whole
this.
episode. We
That's
started
incredible.
off with her odd day.
That's incredible.
I just hate the term. You again.
Me again.
Your last game of 2024, your number 1 spot, technically.
Okay, so my cozy game.
No.
I'm just kidding. Actually not cozy at all. Fire Emblem Engage. I really like Nintendo and everything they put out. So yeah. another Nintendo game. Fire Emblem Engage, turn-based. I don't even know how to describe it. With Fire Emblem games, you're usually a lord, and then at the end, you collect an apple, but then you have to fight God. But it's like the way the battles are. It's I call it weeaboo chess. So it's like you have your enemy units, and it's like a chessboard, and it's like
yeah. I know.
You move them
about.
a certain amount of tiles.
Have you ever heard of Fire Emblem, Kennedi?
I've heard of it. I've heard of it by name.
Uh-huh.
I've never heard it described or seen gameplay.
It is a strategy game. It's literally like chess.
Mm-hmm.
So you have your units, and then the enemy has their units, and you have to position them. And it also is like, axes beat swords beat archery, whatever. And it's like that kind of thing, and you have to position them. And the older games, if you lost a unit, they'd be gone forever. But in the newer games, you can play where you can get your units back after they die. Which I do, because I can't...
I don't. No.
You're too committed. I could never.
No, that's why I be starting whole levels, and it takes me hundreds of hours to fight. I just keep resetting. I'm like, come back.
I tried to play Radiant Dawn on Wii.
Oh, shoot. No, I'm sorry. It's like every, two... I don't want to set anybody off, but it's like all of the Fire Emblem games before Awakening. I'm not gonna be like they're the true Fire Emblem games, but they're like a lot more meaner. Aggressive.
My number one spot, probably to no one's surprise, Infinity Nikki.
Yeah. I haven't played it, but I understand. I've seen you playing it a lot.
It's so good. I think I've missed one single day. And since it came out in December, I've played every single day. Mainly because I'm forcing myself to, because I paid $5 to get the monthly rewards. So I get diamonds every day I log in. But it's so good. Infinity Nikki, if you don't know, is a open world dress-up game. Basically, you play as Nikki, and she has a little cat friend, Momo, that joins you on your adventures, and then there's a whole kingdom, and it's free to play, but it's one of those like battle pass kind of games where I have spent money on it. But it's fun, and the outfits are very pretty.
Yeah, I spent money on the game and I haven't even played it yet.
I know.
I was so excited because Love Nikki is like a series, because it started on phone games, and that's where I was spending money. It's also like, it's an open world RPG. It's a battle game.
Yeah,
there's fights in there, and then not only is there like fights with your character, but there's
I don't know. I'm surprised. I've literally seen you play.
There's like fashion offs.
My number one game for 2024 is Pacific Drive. I would not consider it a cozy game. It is an uncomfy game, let's say. Because it takes place Pacific Northwest. You play as the driver, and you are sort of trapped in this area called the Zone, and you drive throughout the zone, and you collect parts for your car. So you beef out your car, and there's a greater storyline where you uncover like all the lore of the zone, and it's a really good game. I would call it cozy for me because it is a fun, relaxing game where you just collect a bunch of stuff. The one thing I don't like are these things called tourists. And I hate the tourists because they are mannequins. And they are very much like Doctor Who Weeping Angel style. So if you're not looking at them, they move and they come at you. And it freaks me out every single time.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
It's a really good game. It's very fun. I do have over 100 hours in that game.
Kennedi has a very warped perception of cozy games.
I do. This is why we call them uncomfy games.
It's like a game that makes you feel comfortable, right?
Yeah. But it is not by any means a traditional definition of cozy.
I also hate the word.
Yeah. I do fully recommend it though for anybody that does sort of, it gives like Dredge vibes, where you sort of go around and you collect things, but The overall story is very fun, very wild. Oh, Erika Ishii is in it, if anybody likes them. 10 out of 10, recommend. That was definitely my top game of 2024. That's where we're going to end today's episode. I hope you enjoyed what we talked about. In all reality, probably please stay tuned for part 2. If you liked what you heard, if you have comments, if you want to hear more of Michael's hot takes, let us know. Or if you want to watch us talk about other things, leave a comment, like, subscribe, push all the buttons. And if you want to support us in a more personal manner, please consider donating to our Ko-fi. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.